Welcome back to the English Daily Podcast. I'm Anna, and today we're talking about something that everyone understands, even when they do not share the same language: laughter. Have you ever laughed at the wrong moment, laughed because someone else was laughing, or laughed so hard that your stomach hurt?
I have done all three, Anna. Once, I laughed during a very serious meeting because a colleague made a tiny mistake with a presentation slide. I was not laughing at the person. I was nervous, but my laughter made the situation even more awkward.
That is a perfect example of why laughter is interesting. We often think we laugh because something is funny, but researchers say we also laugh to communicate feelings. Laughter can show joy, surprise, relief, embarrassment, or even nervousness. In other words, laughter is not only a reaction, it is also a social signal.
A social signal is a behavior that gives information to other people. A smile can be a social signal, and a wave can be one too. Laughter tells people, I feel comfortable, or I understand that this is playful. But the meaning depends on the situation, the relationship, and the culture.
Exactly. Think about the phrase break the ice. To break the ice means to make people feel more relaxed when they first meet. A simple joke or a warm laugh can break the ice in a new class, at work, or at a party. Jake, what do you usually do when you meet someone for the first time?
I ask an easy question, such as, how has your day been? Then I listen carefully. If the person says something light or amusing, I might laugh naturally. I do not try to perform like a comedian. That is an important tip for English learners: you do not need perfect jokes to connect with people. A friendly reaction is often enough.
That is very useful. Some learners worry that they must understand every joke in English. However, humor can be difficult because it may include wordplay, cultural references, or a surprising change in meaning. If you do not understand a joke, you can simply say, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you explain it? This is polite and completely normal.
The expression, I didn't catch that, means, I did not hear or understand that. It is useful in many conversations, not only when someone tells a joke. You can also say, what do you mean, or why is that funny? Sometimes asking about humor creates another friendly conversation.
Let's talk about the body for a moment. When people laugh, their breathing changes, their facial muscles move, and their brains release chemicals connected with pleasure and connection. A good laugh can reduce tension for a short time. This does not mean laughter solves every problem, but it can help people feel closer and less stressed.
I like the word tension. Tension is a feeling of stress, pressure, or nervous energy. Imagine two people waiting for difficult news. The room may feel tense. If they share a gentle, appropriate joke, the tension may ease. Ease means to become less strong or less difficult.
Still, we need to be careful. Laughter is powerful, but it can hurt people when it is used to insult, exclude, or embarrass them. Laughing with someone is different from laughing at someone. Laugh with suggests shared enjoyment, while laugh at can suggest making fun of a person.
That difference is especially important in an international group. A joke about someone's accent, country, appearance, or mistake may seem harmless to one person and deeply offensive to another. Before making a joke, ask yourself, is everyone included? Could this person feel embarrassed? Is this the right place and time?
Those are excellent questions. Another useful phrase is read the room. To read the room means to notice the mood and reactions of the people around you. If everyone looks worried, silent, or upset, a loud joke may not be appropriate. If people are relaxed and smiling, light humor may be welcome.
Reading the room is a communication skill, and you can practice it in English. Notice facial expressions, pauses, tone of voice, and body language. Tone of voice means the way someone's voice sounds, such as friendly, serious, excited, or annoyed. Words are important, but they are not the whole message.
Now, here is a fascinating question: why do we laugh when other people laugh? One reason is imitation. Our brains quickly notice other people's expressions and sounds, and we may copy them without thinking. This is why laughter can spread through a group. One person starts, another joins, and soon everyone is smiling.
That is called contagious laughter. If something is contagious, it spreads easily from one person to another. Usually we use the word for illnesses, but we can also use it for emotions and behaviors. A contagious laugh can make a whole room feel energetic.
But not all laughter sounds the same. A quiet chuckle is a soft, low laugh. A giggle is a light, repeated laugh, often used for something silly or playful. A snicker is a quiet laugh that can sound secretive or unkind. A roar of laughter is extremely loud. These words help you describe conversations more precisely.
You can also use useful expressions. That cracked me up means, that made me laugh a lot. I couldn't stop laughing means you continued laughing for a long time. I'm just kidding tells someone that you were joking and did not mean your words seriously. And, you have a good sense of humor, is a compliment meaning that someone understands and enjoys funny ideas.
Let's practice a small conversation. Imagine you are late to an online meeting because your internet stopped working. You enter the meeting and say, "Sorry I'm late. My internet decided to take a vacation." If your colleagues smile, you might add, "I hope it comes back with a souvenir." That is gentle humor because you are making fun of the situation, not another person.
I like that example. Humor about your own small problems is often safer than humor about someone else. This is called self-deprecating humor when you make a light joke about yourself. However, do not criticize yourself too strongly. Saying, "I'm a complete disaster," again and again may make people worry about you instead of laugh.
Good point. Humor should support communication, not replace it. If a friend is truly upset, do not immediately make a joke. First say something caring, such as, "That sounds really difficult," or "I'm here if you want to talk." Later, when the person feels better, humor may help, but empathy should come first.
Empathy means understanding and sharing another person's feelings. It is one of the most important communication skills in any language. In fact, a warm smile, a patient pause, and careful listening can create more connection than a clever joke.
Here is another practical tip for learners: watch short comedy clips or friendly interviews in English, but do not only focus on the punchline. A punchline is the final part of a joke that creates the funny effect. Listen to the speaker's stress, rhythm, pause, and facial expression. Then write down one expression you can use in daily life.
You can also keep a humor vocabulary notebook. Write the phrase, its meaning, and an example sentence. For instance, "That's hilarious" means, "that is extremely funny." Your example could be, "The dog tried to catch its own tail." That's hilarious. Review the phrases aloud so they become easier to remember.
And remember that humor changes across cultures. A style that is popular in one country may feel strange in another. Some cultures enjoy direct jokes, while others prefer wordplay, stories, or gentle teasing. Teasing means joking with someone in a playful way, but teasing requires trust. With a new person, it is better to start gently.
If you are unsure whether someone is joking, look for clues. They may smile, use an exaggerated voice, or say something obviously impossible. You can ask, "Are you serious?" This does not always sound rude. Your tone matters. You can say it with a curious, friendly voice.
Let's connect laughter to learning. When a lesson includes a funny example, students may remember the information more easily because emotion makes an experience more memorable. Teachers can use a humorous story, a surprising image, or a playful question to make vocabulary stick.
Make something stick is an informal expression meaning, help someone remember something. For example, if you learn the word awkward through a funny story about an awkward elevator conversation, you may remember it better. Awkward means uncomfortable or embarrassing, especially in a social situation.
Before we finish, let's consider laughter at work. A positive workplace does not need constant jokes. It needs respect, trust, and moments of lightness. A brief laugh during a break can refresh people, but humor should never pressure workers to hide serious concerns. A manager who listens and communicates clearly creates a healthier environment than a manager who only tries to be funny.
That is a thoughtful distinction. Lightness means a relaxed, cheerful quality. We can bring lightness into a difficult day by sharing a funny observation, watching a short comedy video, or remembering a happy moment. We can also simply smile at someone. Small actions can improve a conversation.
So, Jake, what are your 3 biggest tips for using laughter in English?
First, listen and read the room before making a joke. Second, laugh with people, not at them. Third, learn natural expressions like, I didn't catch that, that cracked me up, and, I'm just kidding. And I would add one more, do not be afraid of your own accent or small language mistakes. Communication does not have to be perfect to be warm.
Beautifully said. Today we learned that laughter is both a physical reaction and a social signal. It can break the ice, ease tension, and create connection. We explored vocabulary such as contagious, chuckle, giggle, punchline, empathy, awkward, and lightness. We also learned to read the room and to notice the difference between laughing with someone and laughing at someone.
For practice this week, choose one English comedy clip or friendly interview. Listen for 3 expressions, write down their meanings, and repeat them with the same rhythm. Then try one gentle expression in a real conversation. You might say, that cracked me up, or, I'm just kidding. Most importantly, use humor kindly and pay attention to how other people feel.
Thank you for spending this cheerful time with us. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the English Daily Podcast, leave a review, and share it with a friend who is learning English. Keep listening, keep practicing, and keep finding reasons to smile.
See you next time on the English Daily Podcast. Until then, take care, stay curious, and remember, a little laughter can open the door to a great conversation.